Older women carry a beauty that goes far beyond youthful looks. It's not only in their appearance, it's in their confidence, their wisdom, and the quiet fire that lives in their presence. They've walked through life, they've loved deeply, and they've learned what genuine connection feels like. And still, even with all their experience, there is one thing they continue to long for: a man who can awaken their spirit again. Not with shallow charm or empty promises, but with presence, passion, and emotional depth. When you step into that role, you'll see she gives you more than attention. She offers her trust, her desire, and her full self in ways younger women often cannot. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment, hit like, and subscribe. Not because it helps me alone, but because it helps build a space where real conversations like this can grow, a community where we can all learn and support each other. Trust me, stay with me right through to the end, because that's where the real secret unfolds. Older women are different. They aren't like younger ones who can be swayed with flattery or distracted with little gifts. No, life has taught them to recognize the difference between a boy and a man, between hollow words and genuine action. And if there's one key that unlocks her heart, and eventually her intimacy, it is respect. But respect is not about polite words or calling her ma'am. Respect is how you treat her in every interaction. It's the way you look at her, how you listen when she speaks, and the way you make her feel like she truly matters. Most men miss this, and that is why they never reach the closeness they dream about with her. When an older woman feels respected, something powerful happens inside. She relaxes. She softens. She begins to trust. And that trust becomes the first spark of desire. Because for her, attraction is not built on your age, your appearance, or your wallet. It is built on how she feels about herself when she is with you. If you can make her feel valued, if you can make her feel seen, you're already halfway to awakening the side of her that very few men ever experience. Think about this. When was the last time someone really listened to her? When was the last time a man looked not just at her body, but into her soul? When you become that man, she won't be able to stop herself from offering more of who she is, piece by piece, until eventually she gives you everything. Respect is not weakness. In truth, it is strength. Because when you respect a woman, especially one seasoned with experience, you show her you are secure enough in yourself not to play games. You don't need to prove manhood with arrogance. Instead, you show it by how you hold her presence, how you make her feel safe, and how you stir a deep sense of security within her. And this is where the magic begins. Once she feels safe, her guard drops. And when that guard falls, her femininity rises. She reveals the side of herself that is sensual, playful, and full of passion, the side younger men often miss because they chase without ever truly respecting. Picture this. She sits across from you, listening carefully to the way you speak. If your words carry respect, if your presence is steady yet powerful, something shifts. She begins to lean in without even noticing. Her posture softens, her eyes hold yours longer, and her smile lingers. That is not just friendliness, it's her subconscious opening the door. It's her desire quietly awakening. The more valued she feels, the more she wants to give herself to you. This is the hidden truth most men never learn. They think attraction is built with shiny gifts or clever pickup lines. But with older women, true desire is born from the sense of safety and calm you bring into her space. Respect means patience. You don't rush. You don't take what you want too soon. Instead, you move with intention, letting her feel every moment by your side. This patience makes her hunger for you more because she sees you're different. You're not desperate. You're not needy. You're grounded. And that control of yourself is what excites her most. She knows you could push, but you don't. Instead, you allow her to reveal herself in her own time. And in that unfolding, the intimacy becomes deeper than anything surface level. This is why she'll choose you over men her age. They might remind her of the past, but you bring freshness, curiosity, and excitement without stripping away her dignity. You honor her. And once she feels this powerful mix of respect and desire, she'll start craving your attention. She'll wait for your calls, your touch, your presence. And when she finally lets you in, it won't be shallow. It won't be casual. It will be fiery, meaningful, and unforgettable. Most men will never taste this secret. They will chase. They will flatter. They will spend money trying to buy her interest. And they will fail. But the man who respects her, who truly sees her, who makes her feel safe, that man unlocks a hidden side of her no one else can touch. And once she gives herself, it comes with passion, intensity, and a depth that younger women cannot match. Because to her, intimacy is not only physical, it's the deepest form of trust. And trust is built on respect. So, if you want an older woman to give herself to you, remember this. Begin with respect. Not the shallow kind, but the kind that makes her feel like royalty. Treat her as more than a body, and she will offer you her body, her mind, and her soul. That is when you'll realize respect wasn't just the key to her heart, it was the doorway to her deepest desire, locked away for years. Confidence is another language women cannot resist, especially mature women. They've seen enough men in their lifetime to know who is pretending and who is genuine. A boy hides behind arrogance and empty bravado. A man doesn't need to prove himself. He enters a room, and his presence alone commands attention. That energy is exactly what older women crave because it gives them something younger men rarely provide: security and desire in one breath. Think about it. When you carry yourself with confidence, you tell her without words that you know who you are, you know what you want, and you're unafraid to step into it. That subtle dominance is what she secretly yearns for. Because while she may appear strong outwardly, deep down, she longs for a man's strength to guide her, hold her, and lead her. Not with force, but with enough certainty to let her finally relax and surrender. Older women don't respond to hesitation. The moment you appear unsure, the moment you stumble, her interest fades. She doesn't have the patience to teach you how to be a man. She wants to feel it in the way you speak, in the way you carry yourself, and in the way you make choices. When you invite her out, do it with conviction. When you touch her hand, let it be steady and sure. When you lock eyes, hold her gaze, not with nervousness, but with quiet intensity. This is how confidence awakens her desire. She begins to think, this man knows how to handle me. And that thought alone stirs attraction, curiosity, and a craving for more. Leadership isn't about controlling her. It's about guiding the moment. When you meet, don't simply ask, "So, what do you want to do?" Instead, take initiative. Plan something memorable. Show her that being with you means she doesn't have to carry the weight. She can step into her femininity fully because you are steering the direction. This is intoxicating for older women. Every day, they juggle responsibilities, decisions, and people depending on them. But when they are with you, they want release. They want to lay that burden down. They want to feel like a woman again, not like someone holding the world on her shoulders. And when you give them that gift through your confident leadership, they open up a side of themselves that is wild, passionate, and unstoppable. Picture this. You step into her space with a calm smile. You compliment her, not with empty flattery, but with something real and precise. You take her hand firmly. You guide her across the street without hesitation. You open the door, not to show off, but because leading is natural for you. She notices. She feels it. Slowly, she leans in. Her guard begins to drop. She tests you less, because your confidence proves you are steady. And that steady masculine energy makes her body respond in ways she cannot conceal. Her voice softens, her smile lingers, her eyes search for yours. This isn't coincidence. It's her attraction coming alive, her curiosity burning hotter. What most men never learn is that confidence isn't loud. It isn't flexing muscles or flaunting wealth. It's quiet. It's steady. It's in the way you sit back, relaxed yet alert. It's in the way you listen before you speak. It's in the way you make choices, without second-guessing. That grounded energy drives older women crazy because it's rare. Too many men shrink when faced with a strong, seasoned woman. But when you don't shrink, when you stand firm, when you meet her maturity with your own calm strength, she feels something she can't resist. She feels like she has finally met a man she can trust, a man she can lean into, a man she can let herself go with completely. And once you reach that place, everything changes. Her resistance dissolves. Her independence, though still present, softens in your presence. She begins to imagine giving herself completely because she knows you won't misuse it. She knows your leadership comes wrapped in protection, stability, and controlled desire. That balance is magnetic. That balance is the reason she will choose you and no one else. Most men chase. They beg. They try to persuade. But the man who stands tall in his confidence doesn't chase. His presence draws her in. And when you add the subtle art of guiding her, leading experiences, and showing her you remain unshaken by her tests or her power, she falls harder than you imagined. Not out of obligation, but out of pure want. And when a mature woman truly wants you, she doesn't hold back. She gives you her passion, her fire, her femininity, with a depth that leaves you hooked. This is why confidence and leadership are non-negotiable. Without them, you're just another man trying his luck. With them, you become unforgettable. Like this message if you're beginning to see how powerful this really is, and keep watching because what comes next will open your eyes even more. You become the man she craves, the man she trusts, the man she chooses to surrender herself to, fully, deeply, without hesitation. And that, my friend, is the power of true masculine confidence. But here's the piece most men overlook: passion. Passion is what separates you from every other man she has ever known. And for older women, passion isn't about being reckless or uncontrollable. It's about presence. Presence is what makes her heartbeat quicken, what softens her body, what raises her desire before she even realizes it's happening. Most men think passion is about moves in the bedroom, about trying to impress with stamina or technique. But she's seen all of that before. What she craves now is a man who can make her feel like the only woman in the world when she's in his arms. That kind of presence awakens her fire. It's what makes her want more. Think about this. When you're with her, are you distracted, checking your phone, lost in your head, wrestling with your own insecurity? Or are you locked in on her, reading every expression, feeling the rhythm of her breathing, touching her in a way that says, right now, you are my world? That energy makes her melt, because presence is rare. Most men are stuck in the past or worried about the future. But the man who is fully here, fully with her, he is unforgettable. He is the one she dreams about long after he's gone. Older women don't want to feel invisible. They don't want to feel like their best years have passed. They want to feel alive, desired, magnetic. When you show up with passion, you remind her that her femininity is still powerful, her body still beautiful, her soul still captivating. You reawaken the thrill of being wanted, not out of convenience, but out of pure, undeniable desire. And once she feels that again, she will crave it. She will crave you. Because passion through presence isn't just about touch. It's in how you look at her, how you listen to her, how you respond to the smallest things. When she laughs, do you look at her like it's the most beautiful sound you've ever heard? When she speaks, do you lean in and make her feel like her words are the only ones that matter? When she reaches for your hand, do you hold it firmly, reassuring her with strength, or do you let it slip distractedly away? Every choice sends a message. And when you choose presence, your message is clear. You are my focus. You are my desire. You are the one. That goes deeper than any compliment could. Picture this. The room is quiet. You're sitting together. Most men would fidget, would fill the silence with empty chatter. But you, confident, grounded, passionate. You allow the silence to live. You hold her eyes, you smile, you touch her face gently. And in that moment, she feels more desired than she has in years. That is passion through presence. Natural, magnetic, irresistible. And her body will tell on her. Her breathing shifts. Her eyes soften. Her lips part slightly. Those are the signs. That's when you know you've reached her. You've awakened her desire. And here's the secret. Older women crave this even more than younger women.
Why?
Because they miss it. They remember what it feels like to be pursued with intensity and depth, but they rarely experience it anymore. Men their age may lack the fire. Younger men may lack the depth. But you give her both. Drive and depth. Passion and presence. And when you do, she sees you as the rare man who can bring her back to life. And once she feels alive with you, she will give herself to you completely. That is why passion is so powerful. It makes her curious about what you'll do next. It makes her look forward to every moment with you. It makes her excited just to be in your presence. If this is striking a chord, drop a fire in the comments and keep watching, because I'm about to show you the next step that makes her yours completely. It makes her think of you at night, replaying the way you looked at her, the way you touched her, the way you made her feel young, radiant, and alive again. That curiosity keeps her hooked. That desire makes her crave you more deeply than she'll ever admit out loud. Most men fail because they lean too far in one direction. Too aggressive, and she feels pressured. Too passive, and she feels unwanted. But when you strike the balance between passion and presence, you hit the sweet spot. You ignite her without forcing her. You invite her without begging. And that balance is irresistible. She finds herself opening up to you, letting you in, giving you more of herself, not because you demanded it, but because she cannot help it. So if you want to know the final secret, it's this. Passion is not about trying harder. It's about being more present. Be there with her fully. Give her your focus, your energy, your attention. Let her feel that in this moment nothing else exists but her. And when you do that, she will not only respond with desire, she will surrender with fire. And that fire will teach you something. Presence is not just attraction. Presence is power. Presence is passion. And presence is the reason an older woman will give you what she hides from the rest of the world. Now you know the truth. Older women don't give themselves to just any man. They give themselves to the man who knows how to awaken what's been sleeping inside them. If this message opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and most importantly, drop a comment below and tell me which part hit you the hardest. Because the man who pays attention, learns, and applies is the man every woman secretly craves.